So I know it's been a couple of years since I've done a trailer review, and I think the last time I did one was probably for Infinity War back in 2017. However, a certain trailer dropped on the internet today that I kinda want to talk about. So as most of you know by now, Warner Brothers has officially dropped the first official trailer for the upcoming live-action and CGI Tom and Jerry film. And honestly, it's been a long time since I've last seen a trailer that made me have a humongous smile on my face. So the trailer didn't give away a whole lot of the plot, which I was completely fine with, but as we saw from the beginning, I assume the owners of Tom kicked him and Jerry out of the house because they probably didn't want him anymore. And all of a sudden it cuts to Jerry, and Tom thinks Jerry wants to like hug him or embrace him. And as Tom is walking over to Jerry across the street, you see this bus come by, and it just slams Tom in the front, and it had me laughing my head off. And so the trailer cuts to New York City, where Tom and Jerry are having new lifestyles for themselves. And so we cut to this really fancy hotel that Chloe Grace Moretz's character was recently employed at. And so Rob Delaney's character, who is essentially the hotel manager, he informs Chloe Grace Moretz that the hotel has a rodent problem, Jerry. And so she, I assume, hires Tom to get Jerry out of the hotel, and then usual Tom and Jerry shenanigans and antics ensue. Sure, the story doesn't really sound like anything special or revolutionary, but I think that's what they're going for, because Tom and Jerry, it's a really simple premise. It's about a cat chasing after a mouse, and they basically try to kill each other. That's the whole premise of Tom and Jerry, basically. But as I'm watching the trailer, there was something in it that I absolutely loved, and it was the animation. What they're doing with the animation in this is unbelievable. They're doing the Roger Rabbit approach, where they're taking 2D animated characters and utilizing them into the realistic world. And I think it's really cool that they're doing this, because maybe, just maybe, if this movie turns out to be successful, then Hollywood could hopefully take notes from this, and it could change the future of animation. This could hopefully be a wake-up call for Hollywood, because we're tired of seeing these beloved characters being turned into realistic, creepy animals. It doesn't work. They did it with Scooby-Doo, they did it with Garfield, they did it with Alvin and Chipmunks, they did it with Sonic. It doesn't work. This is how they should do it. However, I do have some concerns for Tom and Jerry, and I'll get to them soon. Regarding the human characters, I'm worried that the human characters are gonna be the main focus in the story and not just Tom and Jerry. 'Cause we really don't care about the humans in Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry should be the focus of the story, and I'm worried that it's gonna be like the Chloe Grace Moretz movie. Not that I have anything against her as an actress, I think she's a really talented actress, I just don't want the movie to just mostly focus on her. And one thing that did kind of disappoint me was they didn't show Tom doing his famous holler, like the one from the cartoon. But hey, who knows? Maybe Tom's holler is in the movie and we just don't know it yet. It is just the trailer after all, so I'm not expecting them to show us everything that's in the movie. So overall, guys, I really dug this trailer for Tom and Jerry. If you don't know, I did obviously grew up with the cartoons, so I'm gonna sound a little biased here, but this trailer made me delighted. But in all seriousness though, they're either gonna make it or break it with this movie. But for now, I'm super optimistic for it, and I'm getting more and more excited for it. So, if you have already seen the trailer for Tom and Jerry, what are your thoughts on it? Whatever they are, just leave them in the comments below. And if you want to see more of my videos, just be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more great content.